Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And we're still in Grey Abbey here. And we're just going to look at the Abbey itself. And of course, here you can see the Abbey. Quite a magnificent building, I'm sure you will agree. And there's still a pretty good lot of it left, which is great. And Grey Abbey was a Cistercian abbey. Monastery, and it was founded by Africa, who was the wife of the Anglo-Norman knight John de Courcy, the conqueror of the province of Ulster, and it dates from 1193 AD. Of course, she built this in thanksgiving to God for surviving a storm at sea, the crossing at sea, and so she built this as a thanksgiving to God for the preservation of her life. And tradition says that after surviving that perilous journey, then she built this abbey in thanksgiving. And the abbey itself was actually dissolved in 1541 during the period of the dissolution of the monasteries by King Henry VIII. And there you can see a wee billboard, "Welcome to Grey Abbey," and it gives you a wee bit of information, and you can see something of the layout there as well, of what the abbey would have looked like in its heyday. Of course, there's a model of Africa, who is the wife of John de Courcy, and there's John de Courcy himself, and those actually photos were taken from Carrickfergus Castle, and that's a late 18th century view of the church there, which is pretty good. There's still a lot of it there in the 18th century, which was good. And then that's the Montgomery Memorial stones in the nave. So there you are. It says there that Grey Abbey is probably the first church in Ireland to be built in the Gothic style, which is most clearly visible in the pointed arches at the east end of the church. And so it's quite a magnificent building. And the monastery was physically destroyed during the time of Queen Elizabeth I. And Brian O'Neill burnt Grey Abbey in 1572 to stop it from being used as a refuge for the English colonists who were trying to settle in the Ards Peninsula. And then during the 17th century, the church nave was re-roofed and served as a parish church until 1778. And so this is Grey Abbey. It's fantastic to still have this, I have to say, it's brilliant. And this here is excellent. The entranceway, absolutely fantastic. You could just imagine the monks coming in and out of there, couldn't you? Absolutely fantastic. And so we're going to have a wee look round. You can see some of the graves. There's a Captain Hugh Bernard Montgomery, 3rd Guards, entered the regiment March 28th, 1811, served in the Peninsular Campaign from April 1813 to the end of the war, was severely wounded at whatever, I can't make that out, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, during the operations on the, what's that, I think that's the 9th of December, no, it's 12th of December 1813. He was also wounded at Waterloo, June 18th, 1815, and was present with the Army of Occupation in Paris. And he was born the 20th of August 1790, I think that is, and he died in London on the 2nd of, I think that's May 1817. So there you are, that's fantastic, isn't it? That's Captain Hugh Bernard Montgomery. And there's a Hugh Montgomery Clerk in Holy Orders. And he was born the 24th, 1754, 24th of June. And he died 30th of March, 1815. The Honourable Georgina Charlotte Emily Hannah, his wife, youngest daughter of Bernard, 1st Viscount Bangor, born July 6, 1762, and he died November 16th, 1843. Both lay buried in the Abbey. So there you are. And there's another one here. Memory of Arabella Catherine, wife of Colonel Francis Octavius Montgomery, daughter of Captain Keane Osborne, 5th Dragoon Guards, and the Honourable Theodosia Ward, his wife. There you are. Fantastic, isn't it? Not sure if I can read the writing on that one. It's another Montgomery anyway. It's another one of the Montgomerys. And the Montgomerys, of course, owned a big swathe of land here. This is amazing, isn't it? That's the nave. They're going to tell us what that wee small, well, I can't even pronounce that, piscina in the nave. So this is the nave that we're actually standing in. Let's see who this is to, if I can read it. I'm looking at it the right way, I'm upside down. I can't make that out at all, unfortunately. Yeah. I think it's maybe because it's wet. Can't make it out. Or is it up? Maybe I am looking at it the wrong way. Oh, this is the right way here. Can't see the top part, but it's 1855 anyway. Born the 17th of November 1855. Died 29th of May 1929. Rest in peace, whoever it is. There you are. This here is fantastic, isn't it? Brilliant. This is the North Transit. What do we got here? The church at Greyabbeys is built in the shape of a cross. The cross arms are known as the transepts. Oh, there you are. Just show you that there. I don't know if you can make that out or not. I certainly can't. There's the window, it's bricked up as well there, do you see? That's amazing there, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Here's more monuments. In memory of Arthur Hill Montgomery of Torella, Deputy Lieutenant Justice of the Peace and Treasurer of the county, this county fourth son, Treasurer of this county, fourth son of the Reverend Hugh Montgomery of GREYABBEY, born 27th of October 1794, died at Trella 16th, 1807, 16th of January. There you are. That's Francis Octavius Montgomery, 8th son of the Reverend Hugh Montgomery of GREYABBEY, born 3rd of November 1803. And he died 19th of April 1885. And he's buried in the English cemetery, Nice, at France. So there you are. And then it says, served in the 78th Highlanders and 45th Regiment. What was that? He's buried, he can't really make that out, from the later, when a major, and on the 2nd of November 1854 was appointed Lieutenant Colonel of the Royal North Down Rifles, the command of which he held for many years. So there you are. That's the chancel and crossing tower that we're in. That's Edward Montgomery, son of George and Mildred Montgomery, born September, that was 1906, 3rd of September. He was born China, and he died on 1st November 1969 at GREYABBEY. He was a major, 43rd and 52nd Light Infantry, and his ashes were committed to Strangford Loch. And also his wife Anne, daughter of Brigadier General and Mrs. C.G. Higgins of Badbury Hill, Oxfordshire, 24th of June 1919 to the 6th of January 2004. So there you are. And here's more. Sacred to the memory of William Edward Montgomery. Major General he was. Scots Guards. He was a Major General in the Scots Guards. And there's the crest. There you are. And that's sacred to the memory of George Fitzmaurice Montgomery, 5th son of Hugh and Lady Charlotte Montgomery. And he's born 1861, I think that is, and died 2nd of August 1944. He was Commissioner of Chinese Maritime Customs in Chinese Customs Service 1880 to 1908. So there you are. And it says, blessed are the peacemakers, and his wife's there as well. And then this one is in loving memory of Jennifer, wife of William Montgomery, and daughter of Robin and Judith Dunn of Lynch, Allerford, Somerset, born June 19, 1942 and died 5th of April 1964. So there you are. And of course the Montgomerys still living, actually there's a big house still here, and the Montgomery descendants, as far as I remember, still live actually in that house, which hopefully I will get to show you if my battery holds up, because the battery is getting very low, I've noticed. So if you live near the area, then certainly you should have a wee visit, or what we would say a wee Jeff Duke at GREYABBEY. And that's the North Cloister Walk, as you can see. It reminds me of Martin Luther, the German reformer, whenever he appeared before his Catholic Majesty, George V, King George V, and he apologised. He says, "I apologise if I lack the manners which befit this court," but he says, "I was not brought up in palaces, but in a cloister. The seclusion," he says, "of a cloister." And so I like that. I thought that was very good. Of course, Martin Luther was an Augustinian monk. And that's the East Range then. Stand here and imagine a tranquil garden closed on all sides by covered walkways. These allowed the monks to access the church to the north and all their communal buildings on the other three sides. And there you can see a wee picture of the monks coming down those steps which are in front of us. Excellent. Just give you, I might as well take you a wee walk up here, and then you can see you've always walked up this where the monks walked. There you go. It's another amazing windy there, isn't it? Fantastic. This is the refectory. This, the most substantial building of the South Range, is the refectory or frater, the communal dining room of the monastery. It is the biggest and finest surviving example in Ireland, reflecting the ambitious plans for the monastery during its early years. So this is the dining room, which is probably would be one of my favourite rooms, because this is the rooms where you get something to eat. So there you are, and there's the wee steps. And I'm not going to try and get up there because it would ruin my knees. My knees are bad. But I'll try and let you see up there. There's a gate on there anyway, so you can't get up. But there you go. And then I'll show you where those steps take you. So they don't really take you anywhere, they just take you to there. As you can see. This is a lengthy video, but it's took us a wee while going around here, and I think it's worth it. I hope you enjoy it. And there's the house, the present day house, and of course you're not allowed up there because it's private. And if I remember rightly, I'm near enough sure that the Montgomery family, the descendants, actually still live in that house. That's the back then, or the side, should I say, of the monastery. And I'll give you, as you can see, it's private property. In other words, keep out. No access beyond this point. Lovely countryside here all the same. And there's the house. I'll try and show you at least the best I can with it. That's the house, and as I say, I think the Montgomerys still live in that house. Don't quote me on that, but I'm near enough sure they still do. You can see the wee bridge there, the wee crossing. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? So that's the house. Pretty substantial house, but again, it's private, so if you do come to Greyabbey, make sure you don't go up to the house because it is private. And there you can see a wee bit of the countryside, which is fantastic. So at least you can see you've seen a bit of the countryside today. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm not sure what that is. That maybe is where they keep their firewood or something. There you are. Fantastic, isn't it? You can see the trees there. Brilliant. And so I'll give you an RV view of the house. I'm glad I got showing you the house. At least the best I can show you of it anyway. And so thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And again, if you enjoy the channel, please like and subscribe. And also if you hit the button for notification, then every video that I upload, you will be notified. Thank you. God bless.